Hi, this is Mohammad Abbas Dar. You are watching my YouTube channel Abbas English. Today I will teach you future perfect continuous tense. In the previous video you have learned about future perfect tense. However, having completed almost all the tenses so far, this is going to be the last tense of the portion of tense in English grammar. However, this tense is not as easy as to be taken by you. There are a lot of students who have been completely confused with respect to the understanding of this tense. Here I am with a new video on the understanding of this tense, future perfect continuous tense. Most of the students they take it same as future continuous tense, but this is not actually to be the case. There is a big technical difference between the future continuous tense and future perfect continuous tense. However, in this video I will just explain you the future perfect continuous tense. In the next video I will show you the difference between future perfect continuous tense and the future continuous tense. So let us get started. Before the starting, I want you to subscribe my YouTube channel so that it will help you remain up to date with all my latest videos and updates. So here we go. First of all, we will look future perfect continuous tense. It is also called future perfect progressive tense. What is the meaning of it? What is the meaning of it? It means any action. It denotes any action, event, or we can say work that will have been started. That will have been started, and it will also have been continued for some time in the future, and it will also be in progress in the future. Just three things you have to remember. Any action that will have been started, will have been continued for some time, and will be in progress in the future, either before any particular movement or before another action takes place. Any action that will continue up until a movement in the future. कोई भी काम, कोई भी एक्शन जो शुरू हो चुका होगा, कोई भी काम जो शुरू हो चुका होगा और वो जारी रहेगा, और आगे मजीद इम्कान है कि वो आगे भी जारी रहेगा. I am very weak in Urdu. That is why I try to communicate my thoughts to you through the English language. So, but I hope you might have understood my point properly. Any action that will be progressive, that will be in progress in the future at a particular moment of time. So it is very simple. But we will go to the structure of it now. What is the structure of it? Shall have been, will have been plus ing form of verb. It is a structure, it is a principle being used in future perfect continuous tense. You have to bear it in mind. Shall have been, will have been plus ing form of verb. It is very simple to remember. However, there are some time expressions which are being typically used in this tense. What are those time expressions? It may be any time expression, but I have here given some time expressions. It doesn't mean that those time expressions are confined to these time expressions only. There have been a lot of time expressions that are being typically used in this tense, but you have to remember the third point. For and since is used in this tense. For denotes period of time, since denotes point of time. You have to bear it in mind. What is point of time and what is period of time? I have been repeatedly telling you, explaining you the meaning of these terms. You have to just go through the previous videos. You have to just go to the previous videos of me with respect to the proper and systematic understanding of the meaning of for and since. But for the time being, you have to just remember for denotes period of time and since denotes point of time. Now I will give you some examples with respect to the proper understanding of the particular concept of future perfect continuous tense. Now, I shall have been reading since morning. मैं सुबह से पढ़ रहा होगा. It doesn't mean that I am reading at this very point of time. I am referring to the future time. It means that my act of reading will take place in the future. for a particular duration of time. Here it is written, or from a particular point of time. Here, मैं सुबह से पढ़ रहा होगा. I shall have been reading since morning. मैं 4 घंटे से खेल रहा होगा. I shall have been playing for 4 hours. Here it is the duration of time. Here it is the point of time, because it shows us the starting point of our action, of our verb. I shall have been playing for 4 hours. मैं 4 घंटे से पढ़ रहा होगा. It denotes the future time. It doesn't represent the ongoing activity at this very moment of time. I shall have been playing for 4 hours. मैं 4 घंटे से खेल रहा होगा. However, there are two time expressions that are being typically and commonly used in this tense. One time specifying a future time, one time specifying a time in the future, and another time specifying or telling us the duration of a time, the duration of a particular activity. There are always two expressions, two time expressions being used in this tense. One time expression represents, it refers to the time in future, and the other time expression denotes the duration of action. I will just make it clear to you through the example. By 6 o'clock, John will have been baking a cake for an hour. 6 बजे तक जॉन 1 घंटे से केक बना रहा होगा. It means that till 6 a.m. or p.m. it may be any time. Till 6 a.m. or p.m. John might have spent 1 hour in the process of what? In the process of making a cake. However, whether he might have stopped that activity, whether he might have stopped the process of making the bake at 6 a.m. or p.m. or not, we don't have any guarantee of that stoppage or of that continuity. We can just say the action might continue further 6 a.m. or p.m. We don't have any surety whether the action has had a stoppage or not. But we know here that till 6 a.m. or p.m. John has used 1 hour in the process of making a cake. In the future, maybe the action may continue further from 6 a.m. or p.m. So, second example, they will have been painting the wall for 2 days by Saturday. वो सैटरडे तक 2 दिन तक दीवार को रंगते रहे होंगे. It means that till Saturday he or she might have spent 2 days into the painting of a particular wall. Into the painting of a particular wall, he or she might have used 2 days. It means 2 days might have gone by till Saturday. However, the action might go on after Saturday, but till now we only know that till Saturday he or she has spent only 2 days into the process of painting a particular wall, into a particular wall. So these were the examples of two time expressions here. The first time expression denotes the time in the future. Here the second time it denotes the duration of the time, duration of the action. Same is the case here. Wall, part 2, duration of the action. By Saturday, it denotes the time in the future. However, when it comes to making the interrogative sentences, you have to just split shall have been, will have been. You have to just split shall, will, have been, shall. You have to just split these parts into 2, putting the subject in between them, particularly in case of making the interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentence means any sentence in which we ask a question. Here it is written, will he have been playing cricket? क्या वो क्रिकेट खेल रहा होगा? Maybe tomorrow. क्या वो कल क्रिकेट खेल रहा होगा? Here the time expression is very important as I have shown it initially in the video. Here I have split have been, will have been. I have split these two parts, putting the subject in between them. He. Will he have been playing cricket? Will you have been reading history? Will you have been watching the movie? These are some of the models for the construction of interrogative sentences. Accordingly, you will be able to frame or make millions of sentences based on interrogative sentences. Now here, negative interrogative sentence. Negative interrogative sentence means any sentence which is both negative and interrogative. It means that the sentence asks us a question. On the other hand, it also carries the word not within it. Look at the examples. Will he not have been playing cricket? If you are to make a sentence of negative interrogative sentence, you have to put the word not at number 3. I have been repeatedly telling you that thing. Here not comes at number 3. Will he not have been playing cricket? Look at here. Will you not have been reading history? Here not appears at number 3. Will you not have been watching the movie? Here not appears at number 3. So this is the another model of making the negative interrogative sentences. On the basis of these models, on the basis of these conceptual frameworks, on the basis of these exemplary sentences, you will be able to create millions of sentences in the nature of negative interrogative sentences. So it was all about the future perfect continuous tense. However, there are some advanced pointers with respect to the future perfect continuous tense, but here I have only presented you with the basic information of it. Inshallah, hopefully in the coming days I will also provide you with the advanced pointers with respect to future perfect continuous tense. But for the time being, you have to just go through the understanding and remembrance of this basic information regarding future perfect continuous tense. So I hope you might have enjoyed watching the video. If you really enjoyed this video, then please subscribe and share it to others so that others may also avail the benefits of this video. Thank you very much.